We have arrived at a place called Tirthapuri, and we're going to be camping tonight, so hopefully it's going to be a clear night so that we can see all the stars. You can see here it's a bit more rocky and sandy, to be honest, and we've got a really nice, this is going to be our dining tent. This is really traditional Tibetan style or nomadic tent. This is going to be our dining hall, and I don't know if you can see it, but it is actually really, really nice. And again, there's more monasteries and stuff in the mountains, and I think we will be going there. Apparently we can't see enough of them because they're all different and have different historical things. And further up there is a hot spring where we'll be visiting later, and apparently we're allowed to go there and enjoy some of the hot springs here in the Himalayas, so looking forward to all of that today. So we're just walking to some hot springs where we're going to be, we're only allowed to, I think, dip our feet. Here we've got, you can see loads of caves, and these are actually retreat places for Buddhists, yogis who retreat into these caves, and they do meditation for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks and 3 days, and for that period of time they won't lie down, they won't sleep, they will just sit in one position, meditate, and some monks or somebody will scamper up to the top and give them food, or they may just survive off, you know, some flour which they'll keep, you know, and get a supply on a weekly basis. And here you've got one gentleman carving onto the stone a mantra, which is Om Mani Padme Hum, which is the Tibetan mantra, the universal mantra that they chant for the Buddha, Compassion Buddha. And so this mountain is very, very sacred, and there's some hot springs here, which you'll see in a moment, and it runs into the river here, creating a warm part, which is going to be where we're going to be able to kind of put our feet and kind of ease off the fatigue of all the walking that we've done in the last couple of days. We had a very long drive today from Tirthapuri, where we were staying. Excuse the horn. And we came to this place in the west of Tibet, which is Gugay Kingdom area, and they have all of these very, very interesting natural cliffs here, which was probably a seabed before the Indian subcontinent actually crashed into the North Asian continent, creating the Himalaya mountains many thousands of years ago. And here you can see that we have these cliffs which are really sandy. There's loads more of these. This is just behind the hotel that we're staying at, but it's very arid, very dry here. It's like a desert, and if you look far away into the distance there's actually loads more of these. And there's a huge effort here to plant trees, so you can see that there's a lot of trees which are quite young because it's become so dry in this area. So we are here in Soling, or Zada, this place is so called, and this is actually a ruins of a kingdom, and there's lots of caves here. Ladakh king came here and established his kingdom, and at the top of the mountain here you can actually see there is a monastery. This is quite sandy and rocky because at one time this was a part of the seabed, and it was the Indian subcontinent which crashed into North Asian continent, creating the Himalayas. And you can see very arid climate. Not many trees here. And we're going to go up to the top and we're going to have a look inside some of the caves. So this was a 7th century, yes, establishment.
Yeah, it has a 1,300 years of history, same as Potala Palace.
So here you can see the valley, and that valley would have had water, which is absolutely essential for the survival of a kingdom. And also you can see down at the bottom here some brick built buildings, and there's a kind of water chute there. So perhaps during arid times when water was scarce, there was some kind of conservation taking place. It would have either been for rain or something. We came to another monastery here, and we went inside, but we're not allowed to film inside. And this was 9th century to the 15th century. This monastery belonged to the Yellow Hat sect, and it's perhaps one of the oldest, and has one of the founders' tombs inside this monastery. Thank you. Hello, Badri.
Hello. Om Namah Shivaya.
What are we doing now?
Well, on our way back now. Our trip is almost finished. And we'll be in Darshan today at 4,600 meters. And tomorrow to Saga. The day after to Kerung border and took a helicopter flight to Kathmandu.
Ooh, that's going to be exciting.
Yes, indeed.
Good morning. So, what day is it today?
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, and it's the last day in Tibet, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're all standing here with our torches. We can't see anything. We've got dressed in the dark. We had breakfast in the dark. We're now leaving in the dark. The whole town has its electricity turned off, and the only electricity that's left on is a local club. And we've now got a bumpy ride all the way to where? Kerung border? Yeah, and then from there we're going to get our helicopter to Kathmandu. So this is the road that we're travelling on to Kerung border, and we've come across this stream or river, and this is basically what the road looks like all the way, and it's a very bumpy ride. And we've got Badri over there and the driver who are trying to figure out whether we're going to be able to actually get the van over to the other side of the road over there. But I think they've decided that we're going to be able to do it, despite that stream looking like it's really actually more of a river. starting to brighten up as well. See snow on that mountain over there. But let's see how we can cross. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get through. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Yeah, we got through. We got through. Oh my goodness. We got through. Whoa. We are now standing on Nepal side of the border, and that over the other side is the Tibetan Autonomous Region, the Kerung border. We've just crossed, and you can see the landscape here is really different, very green, and we're actually at a lower altitude now. We're at 1,400 meters above sea level. So we're stuck in a queue at the moment of people, and the reason why there is traffic is because we've just had a small landslide, and it's just being cleaned up. It's actually quite a big stone that's got in the way. And so what they're going to do is, by the looks of it, they're going to temporarily make a route by clearing the center of this, and then that big stone there will probably be cleared on another time. But they're just shifting the dirt now so that they can actually make way for us to go over this.